When the phone rings at a communications center, it could be anybody on the line with any kind of problem. Those who take the calls have to be instantly ready to decide what needs to be done. But on September 11th, 1990, a call came into the Matthews Volunteer Rescue Squad in Matthews, Virginia, that left dispatcher Eric Dieters with more questions asked than answered.
I was into my meal probably about 15 minutes when we received the phone call.
Matthews Rescue. Yes. Eric! Who is it?
I heard only one thing, a voice cry, Eric.
Who is it?
I went ahead and told Pat Harrington to pick up the other line so we could hear together what was happening. Maybe the two of us collaborating could piece together the puzzle.
After the pager went off, we could hear just the alert tone, but no dispatcher's voice, which is unusual. Perhaps it was set off by accident.
Paramedic Bob Brown was at a restaurant with his fiancée.
Within a few seconds, it went off again. She keeps saying it off, but she's not saying anything. I wasn't really sure what was happening, but thought maybe she's trying to get our attention because there's somebody in the office. Somebody's broken into the office. She's got a security problem, and she doesn't want to say anything.
On the other side of the county, Sheriff Kenneth Jordan heard the alert tones on his scanner at home.
When I first heard the tones, I was astonished at the way they were going off. It was all mumbled and jumbled in together, just kept pushing. So I dialed the office. Well, the telephone was answered, but nobody said anything. I was sure that there was something serious, but I couldn't get there in less than 10 minutes.
Check to see what's going on at the office. Something is wrong there.
Deputy Taylor was already responding to the office when I called him.
The phones kept going off, and the dispatcher wasn't saying anything. I knew something was happening to her, and I knew I had to get to her. I was feeling just devastated, hanging on the end of that phone line. I knew someone was in trouble, but I had no idea who it was and where they were located. I went ahead and told my partner to get one of the ambulances out. And like a light bulb, it clicked in our head almost together. These tones, which only originate at the sheriff's office, and the call on the line were coming from one and the same place.
In a course of just a few seconds, really, we realized what was happening. She's choking. The realization that another person's life is depending on your immediate intervention is a terrifying thought. The sheriff's office is across the court green, a distance probably of maybe 200 yards. If her life depended on it, I had to get there quickly. She was terrified and turning blue. Obviously, she had been without air now for a significant amount of time. I wasn't sure if she would actually be able to make it to the door to open it for me.
Are you choking? Can you speak?
I do the Heimlich maneuver, and nothing happens. And I did it again and again, harder and harder. And I'm thinking to myself, if this thing doesn't come up, this woman's going to die.
The phones were ringing off the hook. I started answering every call that came in. Most of them were from areas concerned, to find out whether or not she was okay.
Can you breathe? You'll be okay. I went from feeling terrified to feeling ecstatic. I'm Bob. Nice to meet you.
I had joined the rescue squad recently, and he was in it, but I had never met him until that day.
Dispatcher Mary Ewell had been alone on duty that night.
I really thought I was going to die. because I didn't think anybody was going to realize what was going on. When I did hit the tones, just in a matter of 2 minutes, everybody was just there. I couldn't even count how many was there to help. Sometimes living in a small county is nice.
All right now? Yeah, she's all right now.
Setting off the tones was a very, very smart thing to do. That was the only way that we knew that there was anything wrong with her.
Sure you're breathing all right?
Uh-huh.
Trying to scare us all to death. She was fine, and she said she didn't need to be relieved. She'd go ahead and finish her shift.
How about another piece of candy, Mary?
No, thank you, sir. I do not eat hard candy anymore. No, it's at least if you're going to eat it, you should be with somebody else around that knows the Heimlich.
Mary's mother, Barbara Hudgens, wanted a chance to meet Bob.
Hi.
Hi, Mary.
I have never met Bob Brown, but I do have a big hug and a kiss for him when I do meet him.
This is my mother.
Miss Hug. Good to meet you.
He saved a big part of my life when he saved Mary.
I said I wasn't going to cry when I met you, but I can't help it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're
Oh,
very
you a
welcome.
lot?
Mary's a wonderful person.
Oh, no. We thank you so much.
I'm very grateful to be alive. I have 4 wonderful children, and Bob Brown is my lifesaver, and hopefully one day I'll be a grandmother thanks to him.
How you feel being such a hero?
Well, it's kind of embarrassing, really. Yeah,
I never feel that.
Yeah, I think
Any time you save someone's life is a very special thing.
anyone can learn to do the Heimlich maneuver, and the chance to save another person's life is something that will stay with you for as long as you live.
First thing you did was hugged, huh?
Yeah,
A lot of crying on his shoulder.
a lot of heavy breathing.